In this video, I'd like to be talking about parasitic infections. There are various forms of parasitic infections. And I think the most common ones I like to talk about is the worms. So you've got different kinds of worm, the pinworm, the roundworm, the hookworm, the tapeworm, and whatever that there is. And I've realized that in this part of the world, people don't detox, or maybe people don't detox. Sometimes you are eating foods that are healthy, that are detoxing you naturally. Those who eat more fruit, your pomegranate seeds will detox you. If you're a papaya eater, you don't have to worry, you know. Or if you eat things like the graviola fruit, even your pineapples, the pineapples even eats up old proteins in your GI tract. So you can imagine, okay. So if you are taking your vitamin C and having good fruits, eating your oranges with the skin, not just drinking the juice, but eating your good fibers, somehow you might be dealing with it, or somebody who drinks more water. I don't know about the apple cider vinegar. I know the pH, it keeps the pH and it helps the gut microbiome, but I don't know if the apple cider vinegar deals with the worms. And there are also different kinds. Sometimes they have the eggs, and sometimes you have the other worms that are not too serious and smaller, which can easily come out. I don't know if I've named all the worms, but there's a medication called mebendazole. When my kids were little, I didn't like taking any chances. So now and then, like every 6 months, I'll deworm them. But the moment my children start vomiting, it's time for detox. Because don't forget, children can touch the bin, touch anything. Even though you are keeping hygiene, you don't know what they put into them. So if you're a mother, go to the pharmacy, mebendazole. You can get it free on prescription, or you can buy them. And then there's a dosage you give them, and then you wait 2 weeks and give them, and that's it. And it helps. Or give them fruit, kiwi fruit, and all those high vitamin C fruits. Give them a piece, and avoid too much processed things. So I want to talk about deworming. I do deworming even up to this age. I learned from my mother. My mother is 75 now. And one thing, every morning, this woman will never eat till she's open her bowels. She'll go with her tea, and once a week, minimum, she'll do a proper colon detox. And I've watched her over the years. She's 70 something now. She look good. And I've always learned something psychological. I'm thinking, could it be something? And Hippocrates also said, what you eat, and your gut. Yeah, it's. So and she's also very careful with how she eats. So detox is a big thing, because if our colon is clean, it affects all our health. So I'm also particular about that. Not very strict, but I make sure I'm eating my papaya, or now and then eat my papaya seed. And sometimes, I take the worm medications, but then if you can do it naturally, the wormwood is also something that Holland and Barrett sells. And I think Holland and Barrett might have some natural plant medication also that detoxifies. So look into it. You want to be detoxified, either the aggressive form or the mild form. Sana is an excellent stuff. Once a week, you can take the Sana. It will detox you properly. And I think anything that detox and cleans the colon should have a anthelmintic effect. I haven't researched whether the Sana does it, but I think the Sana is a good stuff, because once a while, if I take Sana, I just feel good. I can't explain how. But I do my detox more with fruit, pomegranates, papaya, and I've learned to be eating the papaya seeds as well. I roast them, blend it, and then I just use it as a tenderizer on my meat, or sometimes just put it in the soup. And I do it for my girls, you know. So we need to know simple detoxification method. Also, waking up early in the morning and just having a herbal tea bag in your hot water and drinking, or sometimes just your lemon in water, starting the day with it, has a positive effect on your GI tract. So I made a board. Okay, so simple things that will help with the worms. I have veg fruits that kills worms. So tapeworm, pinworm, hookworm, roundworm. So papaya seed, 75% clearance of your parasites. And I believe whatever the papaya seeds will do, the papaya will also do. Because back in Africa, I used to eat papaya because I didn't have money. And people didn't respect the papaya fruit back then. So there will be three there, and you see the best eating. I just went for the papaya. Well, I was in the boarding house at some point. So, students, sometimes we don't have money. So I targeted that papaya tree. I would put it there. Now all the students we started eating it. So we take it, we share. And when I eat this thing, I just feel good up to now. But thank God now I know you know, the science behind it. Raw garlic is another powerful thing. So when you've cooked, just chop the garlic on your food. So after you've cooked and you've done whatever, take a couple of cloves of garlic and chop it on your food. If you do that, it's good. It's also antibacterial. Garlic is excellent. And then cloves are very good for you. I learned eating two cloves on its own. But I also have the clove oil. Sometimes I just put a little drop in water. So clove is excellent, and I believe it is. Because you put it in your mouth and it bends in your throat, in your mouth. It's excellent. I like clove, and I like it in my sobo drink. I like it in my food if it's grinded. Sometimes I have these spices that it's blended, and I have clove in there. Beets, I'm not sure, but the beets came up on the research. Coconut is something that I trust will do because it has an excellent fiber, and the fatty acid, the MCT, is excellent. I eat a teaspoon in the morning and eat a teaspoon in the evening just for my fatty acid. And it's excellent. Carrot, I know carrot is good. It's a carotenoid, but I didn't know it expels the worm. I know it sucks out poison. But doing my research online, I realized carrot is also good. So the carotenoids, papaya, your pumpkin, and pumpkin seed is on the list. Amazing. Eat your pumpkin. Amazing. Cauliflower, the cruciferous vegetables. I'm not surprised. And then, if you want to do a medication, go to the pharmacy. The mebendazole is an excellent stuff as well, especially for the children, okay? Because sometimes you want to be careful if you are not sure. But all these things I've stated are all just natural. When my daughter was like 8 months, when I cook a potato with vegetables and meat and blend it for her, she loved it. One old lady taught me, don't put salt, just use pumpkin. And I've since then loved pumpkin. I can put it in soup. Even though the skin is hard, just wash it. Put it in. Once it's steamed, the skin is clean, and then you can just cut off the skin, and that's it. And if you know how to scrape it well too, it's fine. You can use it like carrot for your soup. It sweetens the food, honestly. And it's a carotenoid, so it detoxifies. I've known it, but the seed I didn't know. So anything that a seed is good, which means the fruit is also will be good. Okay. So drink lots of water as well if you can, because water flushes your system. So this deworming thing is a big problem because I realize here in the West people think maybe only in the tropical countries. In the tropical countries we are prone to because of the weather. But I think here people don't do detox. Sometimes just basic detox. And people don't also know how to even fast intermittently. How can you be eating